Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and movie review for the brand new Blumhouse film Fantasy Island, starring Michael Pena, Lucy Hall. Now, Fantasy Island is based off the actual TV show that happened, I think, in the 80s, maybe even 70s. I really don't know too much about the original show. All I know is the most iconic scene and phrase, the plane, from the one who called himself Tattoo. I believe that was the guy's name. That's all I know. That's all I know. That's the most iconic thing in television history. That's all I know, from that. So, if you've seen Fantasy Island, the original TV show, you probably know what I'm talking about. So, they decided to make a movie, but, with Blumhouse, they like making horror films, especially with low budgets, and, they like twisting things around. So, in this movie, it basically tells a story about these group of people that just come out of nowhere, and they win like a special contest. They go to this island, and it's paradise. It's got it's like a resort. It's got all these cool stuff. But each member of the guests gets a special fantasy to come to light. They whatever they want, they get it, and they get to fulfill that fantasy. Whatever it is, they get to have it. So, and I won't spoil it too much, but Lucy Hale's character, she was bullied when she was a kid in the movie, in the fictional world, and she wanted to get back at the bully. So her fantasy is to confront the bully and do something about it. I'm not going to explain what it is. You have to watch the film. And, for the most part, everybody else's, all their fantasies seem to be, oh, wow, this is awesome. This is amazing. How is this even possible? And then things start to turn for the worst. And then you find out this island is not exactly, actual paradise. It's actually a paradise for hell. And the teenagers or the people, they basically have to try to escape and try to break the fantasy curses around them. And, you need to get free. And you have Michael Pena, who's the boss of the island. He's kind of like a genie. He's pretty much giving you what you want, and he's doing things where something happens that I didn't sign up for this, and you get that kind of vibe, and that's basically the gist of the movie. And I got to be honest with you, when I first heard the trailer, I was like, okay. I mean, first I heard about the movie. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever, sure. I never seen the TV shows, so it could be fun. Then they made the trailer come out, and then it was turned into a horror element. I was like, this could be fun. But then I was like, it could also be dumb as well, but who knows? I walked into this movie and thinking, who knows? Let's see how it is. I gotta be honest with you, I actually enjoyed this movie. This movie wasn't like every other horror movie. Sure, it had the elements of, people go to an island and something happens. It has that vibe for it. But then you watch this movie and it has so many different twists and turns, and how they took the concept of this TV show that was supposed to be all happies and sunshines and rainbows and turn it into something completely horrible and, nightmarish. And for me, it worked. The characters, look, the actors weren't all that great, but, they worked for this specific role, Lucy Hale, she was great. I liked her character a lot, very, very much, especially when you get to see her, interact with her fantasy. You get to see that's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I'll probably do the same thing if I was in her shoes. And then of course you have Michael Pena playing this rich guy who owns the island, but yet he's you're not sure where he comes from, and not sure what his angle is. And I thought it worked. He's playing that character. Normally he's a funny guy, and he's playing a serious character. I thought that was pretty interesting. So I thought the movie was pretty fun. Had some cool laughs, had some cheap, jump scares here and there, which is typical horror elements. And I thought it was just fun. Mickey Rourke was in this movie as well. He was fine. He was like that guy in the island who tries to, do something and tries to, help the situation. Or negatively help the situation, depending on how you look at it. And I thought the movie was cool. Like I said, it wasn't the greatest horror movie ever. This isn't going to break ground for all different horror movies and all that. It was just a fun, little, simple horror movie. To me, this was more of a thriller than a horror, so I'm going to change that theory. Instead of calling it a horror, I call this as a thriller. This was a cool little thriller with some horror elements. Sure, if you want to go there. I like the concept. I like the The characters, the actors were fine in it. They were playing the roles that they were given. So sure, they weren't going to be, none of them are going to be winning Oscars for this movie, but sure. But they did a good job, and I had fun with the movie. That's the point of the movie. You want to go in there, have fun, have laughs, be scared, or whatever it is. I actually had fun. I was intrigued about the characters. I was intrigued about the concept of this movie, and I thought it worked. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about Fantasy Island, if you saw it, and what did you guys think about it? Did you guys grew up watching the TV show? Did your grandparents, parents, whatever, showed you the TV show back in the day? Was it anything you expected to be like? Anything different? Whatever. Just leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Thank you very much, and have a good day.